Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into something culturally rich and entirely unique. July 2nd actually marks the celebration of a liqueur that has traversed continents and centuries. So let's dive right in and unpack the history, the flavor, and the massive global impact of this fascinating drink.
So before we officially name names, take a quick guess. What is the sweeter, slightly more approachable cousin of absinthe? If your mind immediately went to a spirit with an incredibly rich, sensory, botanical profile, well, you are exactly on the right track.
Section 1. What exactly is anisette?
At its core, anisette is this beautifully sweet, licorice-flavored liqueur, and it's crafted straight from the essential oil of anise seeds. Just imagine that sweet, intensely botanical scent hitting your nose right now. It delivers this incredibly distinctive, almost fennel-like taste and aroma. Honestly, if you've ever had it, you know it is instantly recognizable.
But here's the thing, it is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of spirit. Distillers all over the map put their own unique spin on it. Take European anisette, for example. It usually features a much drier profile. Now, compare that to American varieties. They're noticeably sweeter, largely because distillers over here love to add sugar syrup, or even blend in extra botanicals, like coriander, just to really pump up that flavor.
Moving right along to Section 2, Roots in the Ancient World.
This stuff didn't just magically appear overnight in some modern distillery. It's like a giant historical puzzle. We can actually trace its deeply rooted history all the way back to ancient Egypt. Back then, anise was incredibly prized for both cooking and medicine. Then, as time marched on, it made its way into the wider ancient Mediterranean, which is really where the early blueprint for the liqueur took shape, before finally sweeping into modern Europe and becoming an absolute staple across the continent.
It's kind of funny to look back because, historically, anisette wasn't just an after-dinner drink. People treated it almost like a trip to the pharmacy. They fully believed it aided digestion and basically cured minor ailments. Fast forward to today, though, and well, modern medicine doesn't exactly back up those ancient claims. I mean, sure, a small glass might feel super comforting after a huge meal, but your doctor definitely isn't going to prescribe it as a magic cure-all anytime soon.
All right, Section 3. A global family tree.
This is where it gets really interesting, because different nations haven't just embraced this beloved licorice-flavored spirit, they've completely renamed it to make it their own. If you're in Turkey, it's proudly called raki. Hop over to Bulgaria, and you'll be ordering mastika. In Greece, well, you already know, it's the world-famous ouzo. Italy has their iconic sambuca, and in France, they pour pastis. It's essentially the same foundational flavor profile, just celebrated all over the globe under these beautifully diverse names.
But even with that massive global footprint, certain regions definitely lead the pack when it comes to pure enjoyment. The absolute heavy hitters, the leading global consumers, are Spain, Italy, Portugal, and France. These four European powerhouses are where the tradition really took root the deepest, and honestly, where consumption remains incredibly strong today.
And that brings us to Section 4, How to Celebrate Today.
The culinary versatility of anisette is just off the charts. Yeah, you can drink it neat, splash some water in it, or mix it right into cocktails. But it absolutely doesn't stop at the glass. You can bake this into cookies, fresh breads, or rich spiced desserts. If you're feeling social, you could even host an anisette around-the-world tasting party. Or, hey, get a little scientific and experiment with your very own fruit and herb infusions.
Let's actually break down the perfect celebration into 3 super simple steps. Step 1, sip it neat, or just mix it with a little water so you can really appreciate that pure, unmasked botanical flavor. Step 2, mix some classic cocktails. Have fun playing mixologist. Try shaking up a Café de Paris, maybe a New Orleans, or a refreshing palomita. And step 3, bake it into a sweet treat. The baking applications here are literally endless, and they totally transform your standard recipes into something completely gourmet.
Ultimately, the true essence of this holiday boils down to one single idea: a celebration of both the flavor and cultural heritage of this versatile liqueur. It really is just a wonderful, delicious tribute to exploring the deep past while enjoying a truly fantastic beverage in the present. So, as we wrap up today's Explainer, I want to leave you with a quick question. How are you going to celebrate? Will you sip it neat, mix up a palomita, or maybe bake it into a spiced dessert tonight? The choice is completely yours. Dive right in, explore those amazing flavors, and I will catch you in the next Explainer.